This is the Chine Collé technique. We have our copper plate, and we're going to attach this to the copper plate. We're going to trim it with a roller cutter, and then we're going to apply glue to this and then print it to a piece of pre-soaked BFK Reeves paper on the Charles E. brand press. Plate goes in the water just like that. I love these copper plates in the water. They're really beautiful. The tissue, it doesn't really matter which way it goes. Look at that, it soaks up, which tells you what about the sizing. There is no sizing. And we can lift the plate up onto the tissue. So you see the plate is smaller, tissue is bigger. It needs to be bigger because we're going to custom trim it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is drop the plate onto my towel, and I'm going to dry it. I'm just going to press it. Okay. And then I'm going to lay the plate face down on the mat using a rotary cutter. I'm going to trim off the tissue. One thing about the quilting mat is we can move it. Make your cuts comfortable for yourself as you cut them. Use the rotary cutter itself to test out whether or not you've cut it correctly. And then we want to get that paper out of the way. I will take the plate over the edge. Oh, look what I just did. Okay, it's okay. If that happens, that was not supposed to happen.
Edit that part out.
No. Well, it's okay, because if it does happen, guess what? Come back here and let's register the piece of paper to the plate. Okay. There it is. That technique, the paper was supposed to stick to the plate. That makes it easy. As you can see, it did not. So we fixed it. Okay, well, it's wet, so we have to return to this pulling as much water off the plate as we can. Now it's already trimmed perfectly, so all we have to do now is apply the methyl cellulose. Again, this is the product. It comes in different forms. This is one I use, neutral pH. Once it's been processed, it looks like this. Just a clear glue. When you apply it, start in the middle of the plate of your tissue and just move out. We are going to use a different towel, our glue towel, to remove the excess glue from the Chine Collé tissue. So that now has glue in it. Okay, so we're ready to print this plate. We're going to drop it into our guide, 10-pin guide here. About the dampness of the paper, I think it's going to be all right. Okay. There's our newsprint, sizing catcher, cushion, and the pusher. The pusher and cushion have already been locked into the press, and we're now going to pull the print. This will have to go into the dry blocks, the mats, blotter boards, and it'll take a day or so to dry, and then you can pull it out and tear your margins down in addition to this. This is eventually going to be, in this case, state 3 of the dry point. You can see how the glue went right through that paper. Isn't that crazy? There it is.